So I guess on new game there's only one guy down here, but I know that there can be two. So I guess when you do new game plus or something like that, the archer will be down here again. So here's the Dark Lurker fight. What Dark Lurker does is just cast a bunch of spells, and at some point during the fight it'll split into two, so there's two Dark Lurkers, which is obviously a bit of a problem since they're both casting spells and the fight gets a little hectic. The only weakness I know that it has is that it's weak to fire, which is kind of what I was thinking of with enchanting this weapon with fire. See, I'm doing decent damage to it. Otherwise, I mean, this thing just really doesn't have weaknesses, so... And that's its AoE attack. And that will shoot 3 fireballs at you, and to be honest, I've only done this fight once before, just because I haven't really felt like doing the Abyss Covenant again. And I forgot the dodge pattern for that attack. So you actually just want to keep running. You don't, if you roll, then you're not going to be able to dodge them all. So now I'm gonna do my best to sort of cheese the fight a little bit. And what I'm going to do is equip that ring, which will give me some attunement slots. And we're going to play to its weakness of fire. We're going to use some pyromancy on it. I decided to go with Firestorm because once it splits, if you can land a Firestorm that hits both of them, then it'll do a ton of damage. I don't know if you can hear my cat in the microphone, but he's meowing. Oh, jeez. I'm just gonna use a bunch of souls and upgrade my Pyromancy Flame as high as I can get it. And since I haven't really been using these at all, I've got a bunch of them, so pretty sure I can go ahead and get it all the way up. I should have more than enough fire seeds to do it. I realized I like to have the flame as my offhand so I can keep attacking, so I just made that switch real quick. Just personal preference.
Yeah. I'm.
Alright, now that we've got our Pyromancy Flame sorted out, that should help us make the fight a bit easier.
there is doubt. The mask is amazing.
Alright, hopefully we have better luck this time. Took the Age Feather off just because I'm not really going to be using it anymore. I mean, I will be using it, but not as often as I was. And I like to just keep the, my quick use items. I like to keep that as uncluttered as possible. I thought I aggroed him, but apparently I didn't. I'm trying to get the sword guy by himself. So, try again. Oh. The archer definitely sees me, but he doesn't want to come over yet. Now the dagger guy sees me, but he still, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to come either. I guess we'll just do the witch first. If he stops attacking the wall. I didn't actually know that this guy would switch off from a bow, but we're gonna take advantage of that. Alright, take two, Dark Liquor. I was trying to get it with Great Combustion, but the range isn't there. Firestorm only got him once, so... Doing his AoE. Oh no, that was a split. Okay. Let's try to get a Firestorm off. And I only hit him once. And that right there could be the end of it. Because this fight can easily get far too hectic right now. Especially because I'm not really wearing magic resist gear or anything. Can't even get a hit on right now. There it is. Nope, get out of that. And now they're both actually on top of each other. And you can just see how there's nothing is preventing it from doing the same spell twice, so it just gets a little ridiculous. I don't think I even landed a great combustion on him. But hey, third time's the charm, right?
No, yeah. The mouth is
There we go. That bullet went a little better. Alright, I'll just knock him off. Okay, here we go. Let's see how much this does. Man, the range on it is terrible. Let's try this again. There we go, 500 damage, that's pretty good. the AoE. Should split anytime. That firestorm really didn't work. Let's try again. See, I got 3 hits on it that time, did a bunch of damage, and now fight's over. Alright, this Covenant's done. You get the Sanctus set and Climax, which does a ton of damage, but it also uses all of your souls. And that is the Abyss Covenant. We're done here. I am going to do every boss in the game besides for Ancient Dragon, just because I can't be bothered. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and fight the king. I'm just gonna run past everything here. Can't really be bothered to kill it. These guys won't follow you all the way to the King's Chamber, so it's very simple, just run past them. And the king won't actually aggro until you do a certain amount of damage to him. Now, the way this fight works is these giant lord souls, or these, whatever they are, that I have, that I got from the memories and everything. The more of those you have in your inventory, the more damage you do to Vendrick. So I have 4 of the 5, so I'm doing almost as much damage as possible. See that it's it can be a simple fight as long as if you keep them moving to the right, you won't even have to dodge. See? Even with his sweeping attack, you can just walk away from it. And that time I got too far away from him, so I messed it up and got hit. He does do a bunch of damage, and just in case I get hit twice in a row, I'm pretty sure 2 hits will kill me. So I am a little cautious with my health during this fight. He has a bunch of different attacks. I'm pretty sure he has a jump attack. I know he has at least 1 spell that he can cast too. So there is a lot more going on than you're seeing here, but it's just because I've got him pretty much stuck in this combo with my placement. We're not really seeing too much here. See, he can just do a crazy amount of damage. fight is definitely a marathon, not a race. So just take your time with it. You see, I'm not doing anything risky. I'm just doing the 2 attacks I know I can get in until the 3rd will kill me. And now that Vendrick's out of the way, we're slowly cleaning up all of the things that we didn't do. So you don't actually get his soul after you kill him. His soul is actually in the Shrine of Amana, along with his set. So we're just gonna go ahead and grab that real quick. Now one of the sorcerers is going to keep shooting spells at us, and I really just can't be bothered to run all the way over there to kill her, so we're just going to deal with it. Since the tracking of the spells are so much worse than what it used to be, it's not a big deal. And the only, you know how the other door you had to be dead to open, the other one in Shrine of Amana? This one you have to be human. So even if you've killed the king, you need to be human to open the door. The king set is pretty good. It's a kind of like a medium heaviness armor set, but it's got really good resistances. However, I like how I look, so I'm not going to bother changing.
There and
Okay.
well,
Gonna go ahead and get another Titanite chunk.
this
Or 2. And we're gonna go get the last Estus Flash Shard. I kinda skipped this part, just because I hadn't drained the poison yet, and I always just forget about this one, to be honest. Like I said near the beginning of this guide, I usually only get, you know, like 6 or 8 of them on the first playthrough, and I'll just get those ones again on the second one. And that's how I'll unlock all of the Estus. Anyway, so here it is. And we got the Poison Bite Ring. So So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and beat the game. Because we're at the point where the other things I want to do, I actually need to beat the game first. For the most part. I'm gonna put the Curse Bite ring on for the final boss fight. I've noticed that it helps a bit.
My journey is already complete. My name is Shanalot. The dragon gave me this name, for I was born with none.
And now
I don't
nothing she
think-
says makes sense.
No, she put.
But she does tell you that Nishandra will come to you, so that's a bonus, I suppose. The way this fight works is it's actually 2 back-to-back boss fights if you have killed the Giant Lord in the memory. So he's the one behind the King's Gate and the Forest of Fallen Giants. If you haven't killed him, then you can do this first boss fight without having to deal with Nishandra, and then you'll come back later and kill her. One of the rare boss fights that lets you summon 2 NPCs for the fight. I think the only other one that does that is the Rotten. I'm gonna go ahead and put a green blossom on. I don't think it's really gonna help me too much, but I'll take whatever I can get. I usually don't even bother attacking them until the other people have zoned in, just so we'll get them split up. So it's, instead of 2 of them on 1 of me, it's for the large part them attacking the NPCs and me coming around and doing the damage. It's a pretty simple fight. At some point they're going to buff themselves, so their weapons will do more damage. But beyond that, there's nothing really fancy going on until you've killed one of them. And the way that works is they'll lie on the ground, but they can actually resurrect each other. So if you kill one, you need to make sure that you kill the other one quick. Okay, there's one of them down. And there's that. Rest in peace, Vendro. And I'm just gonna go ahead and... I've never tried holy water on her, but I figure I'll give it a shot. A lot of people apparently don't know that if you attack these things, they go away. So that's the easiest way to try to keep the NPCs alive. And to prevent yourself from getting cursed if you're trying to do a no-death one. And again, the Curse Bite ring helps a ton. This is her AoE attack. And I'm just gonna kind of bait her to do this laser attack.